Battle of Early Childhood Education. විශේෂ ශිෂ්‍යත්ව 200ක්.
දැන් මම තන්න 077 1 33 55 11 AIC campus.
Our chief guest, Honorable Ranil Wickremesinghe, President of the Democratic
International Private Limited, a round of applause. The winner of the Gold Award.
I wish I could have given you some better news, but I haven't. I can only tell you what we are at the moment. But I am confident. I am confident that we can pull through, and we will pull through. We have gone through this earlier. You ran your factories when people were being killed to come for the factory, to the factories. When one chit was enough to close the factories. You've run through wars. I used to be in business when, before 77, when foreign exchange self was curtailed and was missing. So we've gone through that. We've gone through the worst of what has happened this year. We have to pull through. And that is where we have to look at all of you. Because what is left, we have to preserve. We still have issues. We know there are businesses whose debts are really overwhelming. Even the banking system cannot take it. Some has to be phased off, some have to be rebuilt. So we are still going, we still haven't reached that painful part of the exercise. Nevertheless, the government's aim is to revive and to help as many businesses as possible. And many businesses as possible must survive. And our focus then goes on to the small and medium enterprises who find it difficult. But without the small and medium enterprises, no one can survive. All of you who are in the big industrialists, you must need the distribution network. If you have no agents at that end, you can't market what you have made. So we are going through a whole series of exercises in correcting the economy. All because we did not act on time. We reduced the tax regime and we didn't go to the IMF. So there are no other ways. If there is some other alternative, I'd like to follow it. But there is no other way. Then where do we go from here? Are you going back to the same economy? Are you going back to corporations that had depended on public funds? I was looking at how much the main corporations have borrowed from the treasury and from the banks. And I thought, what if we didn't give this money to them? We took that whole lot of money and we distributed to our industries. You all could have modernized. We could have given you very soft loans to modernize your machinery. Giving 100 billion, 50 to 100 billion rupees a year wouldn't have been difficult if we didn't have these losses. That's the way we should help. But for 10 years, we couldn't do it. We didn't do it. We still haven't got enough foreign exchange. And the way we go now, we won't have. And if we start going back to that, well, you come back to it within 10 years the latest, if not shorter period. So the next part which we are talking now, and you will see from next year, start making our enterprises competitive. We have no other way. We have to earn foreign exchange. We have to get foreign currency. Then whether you are doing a business, whether you are manufacturing, whether you are selling, whether you are offering a service, we have to earn the foreign exchange. If Singapore can do it, if Dubai can do it, why can't we? So we have to gradually prepare ourselves for it. One of the famous items are para-tariffs. on which some of us seem to be having different views. But as we go along, I think in the next 5 years, we will gradually phase out the para-tariffs. But in that period, industry has to become competitive. And we hope after the next 2 years, we'll also have the funding, but there has to be trade adjustment programs. Let's go ahead. We'd like to help you. And we are having the Ministry of Technology. We'll now focus on having Industry 4 technology in. Let us think of the future, not of the present. How do you get the technologies? How does it suit each of you? And how many of you can innovate? That's where we have to be. And that's where I'd like to work with all the chambers. How do we have a safety net at the moment for those in trouble? And how do we look at we go to Industry 4 technology and solutions? So then we'll be ahead of all other countries in South Asia. And as we become competitive, we need larger markets. So if we can join, we've been talking about joining the RCEP. I don't think the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, if Laos and Cambodia can be in it, and Myanmar, there's no reason why we can't be in it. Let's start from there and go ahead and get the support they can.